Got to turn his camera on. Okay, now he's good. Okay, Alex Bowling, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mike. All right, buddy.
Good evening, Cats Lounge. I'd like to kind of get started with saying how I got started in comedy. It was like when I was in 5th grade, we took a road trip with Dad, and Dad told all these obscene jokes. You know, the kind you hear on the internet all the time. And I wrote them down. And so, like, when I get back from Christmas vacation, I was the comedian of the playground, just sitting there telling jokes over and over. My dad had a singular kind of wit, just as an example of how funny he thought he was. First time I bought a shirt, I asked my dad, "Hey, Dad, what do you think about my shirt?" Looked at me and said, "I wouldn't wear that to a rat fuck." You kind of know what the proper attire is for rodent fornication, but hey. Everybody like my glasses? I just got these. While I was trying them on, getting them, fitted when they came in from the eyeglass factory. There was this woman, she was really confused trying to pick out her next pair of glasses. And I thought she was kind of attractive. So to offer a little help, I walked over, handed her my glasses, and said, "Here, honey, try these on. They make your ass look fantastic." My favorite joke that I wrote is kind of corny. How many flies does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. They're fornicating inside the light bulb, screwing in a light bulb. I've been driving a truck recently. I went back to that. I see all kinds of weird advertising across the country. And this liquor store, I think it was in Little Rock, said, "We can teach you to dance." I thought, that's bold. But white people, don't get fooled by this. There is no place in life where you and Jack Daniels are going to start with Dance with the Stars. It's not going to work. I see a lot of people when I'm driving a truck, they have their feet up on the dash. Y'all are aware there's an explosive right there, right? If you're involved in an accident, your feet go over your head, and you walk into heaven with your genitals as a halo. Local law enforcement's considering taking on a more deliverance kind of theme. Everybody remember that movie? Had the rednecks. "Boy, you sure do got a pretty mouth." And "Squeal, boy, squeal like a pig." Their sayings are going to be drive sober or get bent over, or click it or lick it. Before I went back to driving a truck, I tried Ubering for a while. That was interesting. Most memorable ride was these 2 prostitutes. Totally cliche. I picked them up one corner, asking where they wanted to go. It was another corner. And as I dropped them off, they said, "Hey, if you ever want a blowjob, just look us up." And I kind of laughed. And she's like, "No, really, I got my skills down pat. My blowjobs are like fire." I thought, wow, I've never really written a commercial for a blowjob before. But I think fire would be the last word I'd use. I don't want to feel the burn in the middle of a blowjob. Medical science, they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Older people have trouble controlling their urine. It's because their bladders become overworked. And it's not at its factory PSI level. And they've discovered that if they use Botox on your bladder, it returns it to its factory specs, and you can retain piss at a great higher level. Their slogan: if you want to have moves like Jagger, better Botox that bladder. Apple's considering coming out with a iPad for children. Steve Jobs is turning over in his graves as they're considering releasing the iTouch Kids. Everybody's seen that? It's a pain-relieving gel called Salonpas. Their advertisement says they control pain better than anybody else. I call bullshit. When I see a guy blowing a guy behind a Walgreens for some Salonpas, I'll believe it. The English language is really interesting. And it's just amazing like how you can take 2 exact same words and just change the speed and inflection of how you apply them in a situation, and the meeting totally changes. Let's picture a couple. They're on the couch. It's their first date. They start making out. Dude's being a little aggressive. She says, "Don't stop." That means very specific what it means. Let's say he, becomes a little more successful in his efforts, and she starts enjoying what's going on. And all of a sudden, it's like, "Don't stop! Don't stop! Don't stop!" It's the same two words, but the words have totally changed, merely based on inflection and timing. Y'all didn't like that one. Another thing about the English language, I like learning my foreign language by looking at signs that are bilingual. Like you'll see a sign in English and then there below it'll have the same message in Spanish. Well, I saw a sign that says "Do not disturb." The Spanish translation was "molesta." I'm like, that's a stretch from disturb to molesta. So I'm trying to think of the connection. I'm thinking if you want to disturb somebody, you walk in, "Hey, buddy. Hey, hey." And if you want to molest somebody, so I guess repetitive finger motion is the key there. I'm going to develop a sexual toy for good girls. It's going to be called the Dill Don't. I remember when I was growing up, my mother, who's in the audience tonight, she's my greatest fan. Hi, Georgia. She used to put us to bed and say, "Don't let the bed bugs bite." And I thought, that's some medieval shit that went out with like the Black Plague, right? No. I'm from Springfield. They had a bed bug epidemic. It got so bad, they opened a Bed Bug and Beyond. The KY Corporation is thinking about coming out with feminine care product for skanks. It's going to be called Campbell Toe Jam. Active ingredients, axle grease and Bondo. That's all I got, Mike. Mike Canistero coming to the stage now. Thank you, sir.
Alex Bowling, ladies and gentlemen. All right, give it up for him, yes. Don't know how the flies get into a light bulb. That's